There's something quietly magical about the early morning hours, isn't there? The soft golden light spilling through the curtains, the crispness of the air, the silence before the world fully wakes up. It's a precious, delicate moment, a clean slate, a new beginning. But have you ever paused to wonder how the way we start our morning shapes not just our day, but our very health, our very life? Especially as we age, the small, almost invisible habits we develop can slowly either build us up or quietly wear us down. You might think mornings are trivial, just a routine you go through without much thought. After all, it's just another sunrise, another cup of coffee, another news headline, right? But what if I told you that those first 30 minutes after waking are like seeds you're planting into the soil of your body and mind seeds that will either bloom into energy, joy, and vitality, or grow into fatigue, illness, and quiet sadness? It's easy to overlook. You wake up feeling a little stiff, maybe groggy, you reach for the phone, maybe you turn on the TV, maybe you tell yourself, it's fine, I'm getting older, it's normal. But is it really today? I want to invite you into a gentle, heartfelt exploration. Together, we'll uncover 4 deadly morning mistakes that many seniors, without even realizing, are making every day. Mistakes that quietly chip away at your health, drain your energy, and even shorten your precious time here. But don't worry, this isn't about judgment. It's about kindness, about awareness, about giving yourself the gift of a better, brighter, longer life, one small step at a time. So take a deep breath. Feel the hope in the air. You're about to discover that your mornings in your life can change in the most beautiful way starting today. Are you ready? Let me tell you about someone very special, Mr. Harold. At 70 years old, Harold had lived a full, vibrant life. He was a retired engineer, a grandfather to 3 energetic kids, and a lover of crossword puzzles. He had always taken pride in staying active, walking daily, tending to his small garden, and tinkering with old radios in his garage. But something had shifted, slowly, quietly. It started with the mornings. Harold found himself lingering longer and longer in bed after waking. At first it felt harmless, even pleasant. "What's the rush?" he would chuckle to himself. He deserved it after all those years of waking early for work. Yet over time, Harold noticed he felt more sluggish throughout the day. His joints ached more than usual. His heart seemed to race after climbing even a few stairs. He brushed it off. "I'm just getting older," he thought. One chilly November morning, Harold tried to get out of bed quickly after a long time lying down. The room spun around him, and before he knew it, he was on the floor. Luckily, he wasn't seriously injured, but the fall shook him more deeply than he admitted. It turned out what seemed like a small habit, staying in bed too long, had real consequences. As we age, blood flow slows during sleep. Lingering in bed can cause blood pooling, lower blood pressure, and sudden movements afterward can lead to dangerous falls or even strokes. Harold's story isn't unique. It's happening quietly in thousands of homes every morning. And it made me wonder, how many of us in the comfort of soft pillows and warm blankets are unknowingly putting ourselves at risk? What if with just a few gentle changes, mornings could become safer, stronger, even more joyful? Now let's pause and look inside, deep into the incredible machinery of your body, especially in the magical, delicate moments after waking. You see, during sleep, your heart rate drops, your blood vessels relax, your brain waves slow into deeper rhythms. It's a marvelous system, giving your body time to repair, reset, rejuvenate. But when you wake up, especially after the age of 60, your body doesn't just snap back to full speed instantly. Imagine an old, beautiful car that has been sitting in a cold garage overnight. You wouldn't just slam the key into the ignition and speed off at 60 miles per hour, would you? You would gently warm it up, listen to the engine, ease it into motion. Your body is the same. One important player in this transition is a hormone called cortisol. It's often called the stress hormone, but it's not bad by nature. Cortisol actually rises naturally in the early morning to help you wake up, bringing energy and alertness. However, after 60, this response becomes less sharp. Your cardiovascular system, your muscles, your balance, all need a little extra time and care to wake up properly. Blood pooling is another crucial factor. When you're lying flat all night, gravity isn't pulling your blood downward. But when you suddenly stand, gravity kicks in, pulling blood toward your legs. For younger bodies, quick adjustments happen automatically. For older bodies, the adjustment is slower, leading to dizziness, weakness, even fainting. No wonder many morning falls happen within 15 minutes of getting out of bed. And here's another surprise. Your hydration level in the morning is often lower than you realize. After hours without drinking water, your blood becomes slightly thicker. Your heart has to work harder to pump it. That's why dehydration can quietly increase stroke risk in seniors. Isn't it fascinating and humbling to realize how much is happening beneath the surface while we sip our coffee or read the morning news? The good news is none of this means doom. It simply means we need to treat our mornings with a little more care, a little more love. What if you could learn to listen to your body's soft whispers instead of waiting for its loud cries? What if you could turn your mornings into a time of renewal, not risk? You're about to discover exactly how. If you're still following us and finding these insights valuable, please leave your thoughts in the comments to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss any updates. Your support enables us to keep delivering valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now let's dive into the next part. Now that you understand how your body delicately shifts from rest to wakefulness, let's talk about the first deadly mistake: lingering in bed too long after waking. It feels so tempting, doesn't it? Especially when you wake up feeling stiff, a little cold, perhaps even a little lonely. The bed is warm and safe. Why rush into the day? But here's the quiet danger: lying in bed too long, especially past 15 to 20 minutes, can lead to sluggish blood circulation, lower blood pressure, and increased risk of orthostatic hypotension. This is a fancy term for a simple but dangerous phenomenon. When you finally stand up, your blood pressure can drop sharply, making you dizzy or even faint. And for seniors, a simple fall isn't simple at all. A tumble in the morning can lead to broken bones, head injuries, or a spiral of declining health. You see, movement is like waking up the orchestra inside your body. When you start moving gently after sleep, you signal to your blood vessels, muscles, and nerves, it's time to play. It's time to live. A research study from the Mayo Clinic highlighted that older adults who engage in slow, intentional stretching movements in bed before even sitting up significantly reduce their risk of dizziness and falls. So what can you do instead of springing out of bed, or worse, lying there too long? Start your day with a simple ritual. The moment you awaken, wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and ankles gently. Stretch your arms overhead. Feel your spine elongate like a cat awakening from a nap. Roll to your side. Place your feet gently on the floor. Sit up slowly. Breathe deeply. Give your body a few moments to adjust. Imagine your body like a sunrise, soft, gradual, glorious. Could something this small really change your life? It already has for countless others. The question is, will you give yourself that gentle start tomorrow morning? Meet Mrs. Linda, a lively, spirited woman with a laugh that could fill a whole room. At 67, she prided herself on maintaining her independence. She loved her little routines, watering her plants, reading the newspaper, and savoring her favorite ritual, a steaming cup of strong black coffee first thing every morning. It was her sacred moment. But Linda began noticing troubling signs: mid-morning crashes of exhaustion, strange fluttering in her chest, a gnawing discomfort in her stomach that refused to go away. She dismissed it at first. "I'm just tired. Maybe it's stress," she thought. Then one morning, after her usual cup of coffee on an empty stomach, she felt a sharp pain in her upper abdomen, followed by dizziness. Her daughter insisted on taking her to the hospital. The diagnosis stunned her: severe gastritis, an inflammation of the stomach lining, and dangerously fluctuating blood pressure levels. Linda's beloved coffee ritual, innocent as it seemed, had become a silent saboteur. Here's what was happening inside her body. Drinking strong coffee first thing in the morning, without any food, flooded her empty stomach with acid. Caffeine stimulated excess gastric acid production, irritating her stomach lining. At the same time, caffeine surged into her bloodstream, jolting her adrenal glands to release adrenaline, a stress hormone that spiked her blood pressure wildly. Researchers from the University of Bath in the United Kingdom confirmed that drinking coffee on an empty stomach increases cortisol and adrenaline levels dramatically, especially in older adults, leading to energy crashes, digestive problems, and even heart strain over time. Linda couldn't believe that something she loved so much could cause such harm. But the good news was, she didn't have to give up her coffee. Her doctor gave her a simple solution: eat a small, gentle breakfast first. A banana, a slice of whole grain toast, a handful of almonds. Anything to provide a soft cushion for her stomach before the caffeine hit. Today, Linda still enjoys her morning coffee, but now she pairs it with a small breakfast, protecting her body while savoring her favorite ritual. Sometimes it's not about giving up what we love. It's about loving ourselves enough to do it a little differently. So tell me, could tomorrow's cup of coffee come with a side of kindness to your body? If you're still following us and finding these insights valuable, please leave your thoughts in the comments to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss any updates. Your support enables us to keep delivering valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now let's dive into the next part. Let's dive deeper into the second deadly morning mistake: drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Coffee, that beloved elixir of wakefulness, carries a charm that's hard to resist. The rich aroma, the warmth cradled between your hands, the little jolt of energy, it's a ritual many of us cherish deeply. But here's the quiet danger: when you pour coffee into an empty stomach, you're igniting a fire without laying down proper kindling. Caffeine stimulates your stomach to produce even more acid. And without food as a buffer, this acid attacks the stomach lining directly. Over time, this can lead to gastritis, acid reflux, and in more severe cases, ulcers. But that's not all. Caffeine also prompts your adrenal glands to flood your bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline, those fight-or-flight hormones. In younger bodies, this might just mean a jittery feeling. But in older adults with systems more sensitive and blood vessels more fragile, it can lead to heart palpitations, unstable blood pressure, and a roller coaster of energy highs and crashing lows. Think about it. You're asking your body to leap into battle before it's even had a proper breakfast. Would you expect a soldier to sprint into the field without armor? A 2020 study published by the University of Bath showed that older individuals who drank coffee before eating had significantly impaired glucose responses and elevated cortisol levels compared to those who ate first. This means not only more stress on your heart, but also a higher risk of diabetes over time. What can you do instead? The fix is beautifully simple. Before sipping your first coffee, nourish yourself with something light and loving: a banana, a handful of walnuts, a small bowl of oatmeal, or even a few sips of warm water with lemon. Think of it as laying down soft grass before you light the morning fire. You can still enjoy your coffee, maybe even enjoy it more, knowing it's not secretly hurting you. Isn't it comforting to realize that tiny tweaks, not giant overhauls, can be the key to protecting your health and your happiness? Tomorrow morning, when you reach for that steaming cup, I hope you'll also reach for a little something nourishing. Your body, your heart, your future self will thank you. Now let's talk about another silent mistake that steals health: quietly skipping hydration first thing in the morning. It seems so harmless, right? You wake up, stretch maybe, check your messages, or shuffle toward the coffee machine. Drinking water isn't exactly the first thing on your mind. But after 6 to 8 hours of sleep without any fluid intake, your body wakes up thirsty desperately, so even if you don't feel it. Imagine a beautiful garden. What happens if it goes without water for days? The soil cracks, the flowers wilt, the life force quietly drains away. Inside your body, a similar silent struggle begins. Dehydration in the morning thickens your blood slightly, forcing your heart to work harder to pump it through your veins. For seniors, this extra strain can elevate the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and kidney problems. Even mild dehydration can cause brain fog, low mood, dizziness, and muscle cramps, all things we often mistakenly blame on just getting older. Sucker. In fact, the American Heart Association emphasizes that proper hydration, especially first thing in the morning, can significantly reduce cardiovascular risks. They recommend seniors drink a glass of water shortly after waking to replenish fluids and jumpstart metabolism. So what can you do? Here's a simple, loving ritual. Keep a glass or bottle of water on your nightstand. Before your feet even touch the floor, sit up gently. Take a few deep breaths and sip about 8 to 10 ounces of room temperature or slightly warm water. You don't have to chug it down. Let it flow into you like the first rays of morning sunlight. If plain water feels boring, infuse it with a slice of lemon or cucumber. Make it a little moment of refreshment and gratitude. Drinking water before coffee, before breakfast, before anything else. is like giving your body the soft, cool rain it needs after a long night. Can you imagine how much lighter, clearer, and more energized your mornings could feel just by this one simple act? What if tomorrow morning, before the rush, before the noise, you gave yourself this first gift, a small glass of water, a small act of love, a small start to a better, longer life? The fourth silent mistake that many seniors make is something that seems so normal, so innocent, but it's quietly damaging from the inside out. Starting the day with negative news. Picture this: you wake up, stretch a little, reach for the remote or your phone, and before you've even taken your first sip of water, you're bombarded by headlines of disasters, violence, political turmoil, and despair. It's like inviting a storm into your heart before the sun even rises. You see, our brains are hardwired to react strongly to negative information. It's an ancient survival mechanism. Bad news triggers the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and floods our bodies with stress hormones like cortisol. In small doses, this is manageable. But when negativity becomes a daily breakfast, it quietly shapes our worldview. It raises anxiety. It lowers mood. It weakens the immune system over time. And in older adults, it's even more potent because emotional resilience can naturally decrease with age. A landmark study from the University of Sussex found that exposure to just 3 minutes of negative news in the morning significantly increased feelings of sadness and anxiety throughout the entire day. Not just a moment, the whole day. Can you imagine stacking days like that, one after another? What quiet burden are we carrying without even realizing it? This doesn't mean you should bury your head in the sand or ignore the world. No, it means being mindful about when and how you consume the news. Mornings set the emotional tone for the entire day. Starting with fear, anger, or despair is like setting your compass toward darkness. So what can you do instead? Imagine a different kind of morning. Instead of turning on the TV or scrolling through frightening headlines, what if you spent the first 10 minutes in gratitude? You could write down 3 small things you're thankful for: the sound of the birds outside, the warmth of your bed, the memory of a loved one's laughter. Or maybe you could open a window and let the morning air kiss your face, or take a few steps outside and greet the sun, even if it's hidden behind clouds. This small shift doesn't erase the realities of the world, but it strengthens you to face them with a heart anchored in hope rather than fear. Tomorrow morning, before the noise, before the headlines, what will you choose to invite into your mind first? A flood of worry or a whisper of gratitude? If you've been following along, you might feel a gentle stirring inside by now, a realization that mornings are so much more than a sleepy ritual. They are a mirror of life itself. How you begin your day reflects how you meet the world, with care or carelessness, with gratitude or grumbling, with hope or heaviness. It's easy to dismiss small habits. It's easy to think, it's too late for me to change, or one morning won't make a difference. Oh no, but life, dear friend, is made of mornings. Thousands of them stitched together into a tapestry that tells the story of who you are and how you live. And even if you're 60, 70, 80 years old, it's not too late to pick up a new thread and start weaving something brighter. Every day you wake up is a silent miracle. Your heart keeps beating, your lungs keep breathing. Your body, though, maybe slower, still moves and carries you through this world. Isn't that incredible? You still have mornings ahead of you. You still have smiles to give, hands to hold, beauty to see, songs to hear, love to share. But it starts with honoring those quiet golden minutes after you wake. Tomorrow morning, when the light seeps through your curtains, what story will you begin writing? Will you linger in bed, waiting for stiffness and fear? Or will you stretch like a sunrise, greeting the day with movement and grace? Will you flood your empty stomach with acid and caffeine? Or will you nourish your body gently first? Will you skip the water your body thirsts for? Or will you sip life back into your veins? Will you flood your mind with fear? Or will you plant seeds of gratitude and peace? The choice, beautiful soul, is yours. Mornings aren't trivial. Mornings are where life begins anew. And so are you. If you're still following us and finding these insights valuable, please leave your thoughts in the comments to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss any updates. Your support enables us to keep delivering valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now let's dive into the next part. And now, dear friend, we stand at the doorway of a new beginning. We've walked together through the quiet dangers that many never notice: the lingering in bed too long, the rush to coffee on an empty stomach, the neglect of morning hydration, the flood of negative news. 4 small mistakes, 4 silent thieves. But the beauty is this: awareness brings power, and small loving choices bring great change. Tomorrow morning and every morning after, you have the chance to choose differently. You have the power to wake gently, stretching and smiling into the day instead of rushing or freezing in stillness. Nourish your beautiful body with water and a small bite before reaching for coffee. Infuse your spirit with gratitude before letting the world's noise in. Choose kindness toward yourself first thing, setting the tone for everything that follows. None of this requires grand effort. You don't need to climb mountains or run marathons. You only need to start small. One stretch, one sip of water, one smile at the morning sun, one whispered thank you to life. And from there, the ripples of well-being will spread quietly through your body, your heart, your relationships, your days, and yes, even your years. Because mornings like seeds carry within them the power of forests. So here's your gentle invitation tomorrow. Pick one ritual from today's journey, just one. Will you stretch before standing? Will you sip water before coffee? Will you jot down 3 things you're grateful for before opening the news? Will you start your day by choosing life, love, and light? Whatever you choose, make it yours. And when you do, I invite you to share it in the comments below. Tell us, which small morning ritual will you start tomorrow? Because your journey matters, your mornings matter, and you are not alone. We are a community walking together toward brighter, stronger days, one sunrise at a time. You are never too old. You are never too late. You are exactly right on time. The next chapter of your story begins with the sunrise tomorrow, and I can't wait to see how beautifully you will write it. Thank you for being with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you learned and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback means a lot to us, so please feel free to share. Reading your comments truly motivates and inspires us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to keep creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.